Okay, so my talk, if I'm going to SEO week in April, is going to be this one, the anti-slop protocol, and moving beyond the classic single prompt failures, especially these horrible three-line prompts that are shared always on X by the AI bros bots. And let's be honest, how many AI generated content have you read this week that make you feel dumber? Okay, maybe you are not interested in this some sort of ethical use of AI, but let's say just yesterday, Lily Ray shared a wonderful research, and it's saying how AI mass generated AI content is really tanking right now by Google, and with a strong effect also in LLMs. And even if you don't care, beware, a Balrog is coming, and a new Florida AI search update is going to be here really soon. But is even possible to create quality content with AI? Yes, you can do it, but you must start treating the LLMs as if they were your interns and needing your senior supervision. So you have to start orchestrating the agents. And I will present you on the stage a real case. This is me with my client, and travel.com is a fake client name. Okay. Are you hearing me? Because something pop up. Okay. So what I was saying, I'm going to present my case. It's me for a client specializing in uncommon kind of travel. So wonderful content architecture, content cluster, multi-funnel, etc., etc., etc. But then the client had an obligation. Everything should be done on Bing Copilot, which is somehow a sort of nightmare. The problem was that I prepared all the briefs, but the brief generated by Copilot were substantially a nightmare. Um, so we could do it manually, but manually would have been 12 months of work. So I needed to work out to find out a solution. And the solution is this one, creating a free act multitask execution prompt with mandatory stop points at every act, and which were able in the execution to create a brief which was possible to be used, sent to my client, and to be used with any possible AI model of choice. So it was going to work independently from the model I was using. In this case, I was using Claude, my client Copilot, but the client could also use Gemini, ChatGPT, DeepSeek for generating the content from the brief. We must engineer the chain of thought, and we must use a method as a base methodology to force the model to plan the route before starting spitting out anything he's presenting in the chat. And only so you are going to avoid memory drift, reduce hallucination, and sure that is following your branding compliance. What are the instruments we have to use? The role, the context, the execution instruction, the language specification, the content brief parameters, the personas, the brand Bible. These are our instruments that we are going to need to orchestrate. And obviously, the most important one, the checkpoint and the self-assessment. The checkpoint, we oblige the models to go back, review everything it has done, and seeing if what it did is correct or not. So it can self-assess and self-correct before giving us the final document. As a teaser, what kind of source material I use for analyzing a topic? Obviously, competitors' content. Obviously, people also ask. Obviously, people also search for. Obviously, the query fan out. But I also use the answer they are giving to us because they are the minimum denominator in terms of entity that are considered relevant about a topic from AI. So answer from LLMs, from AI overview, AI mode, Google Web Guide, use it, and obviously the Google search. Then another teaser, learn to define very well the role. Never give to the models the same role for all the tasks. I had 3 tasks. The first one, the role was the analyst. In the second one, it was the content architect. In the third one, it was the enforcer. The analyst was able to really understand through name entity analysis, through cosine similarity analysis, and in some cases I also tested with chamfer similarity, but it was maybe too much in some cases, and in order to do the right work. Not forgetting consensus, but finding the right information gain opportunity with our content, which is the real key for being chosen by AI for ranking in classic search. The architect of content architect, with all the specification that I will present you, was able to pick this information, this strategic information about entity, and design the outline, and design where to put the image, where to put a video if it was needed a video, where to place the link contextually, how to optimize the content in terms for AI extractability and passage ranking. Here is this role is the one that is telling you how to use list the right way, for instance. Instead, the enforcer is the one who takes all the information from the first task and the second task, and it tells you through all these things you see here on the left, all the things that are needed to create the content. And it does it step by step, from H2 to H2, stop, give a human in the loop, review the things, correct, and then eventually decide and approve the output. Only so you are really you really know that it's going to be respected the volumetric, because LLMs cannot count words, they count tokens. And what else I will bring to SEO Week if I win? How to define the right context, how to define action, the steps, the output formats, how to set up the tone, the style, the linguistic constraint, the content architect. We can tell him, you please use the hero journey format, please use the 3-act style, use the 5-act style, use ironic narrative methodology, and so on and so on. How to correctly use the persona and how to improve them using CRM data. How to define a brand Bible that can be used by AI model. So how to quit all the marketing fluff from the brand Bible to make it really understandable for the AI agent you are using. And obviously, I will give you the multitask master prompt for the new content, and especially for updating the existing ones, because updating existing content is even harder than creating new one. So now it's your turn. Vote for your preferred Italian SEO, which is obviously me, and lead the rebellion against the Anti-Slop. Thank you.